Okay, welcome back everyone. Josh Weber here with Big Red Jelly for another Business Boost video. I'll try to keep this one short. This one is on unique value propositions or unique selling propositions, as it's sometimes called, UVPs or USPs, right? So many of you have heard of this term, but I'm going to kind of hopefully shed some light on a different way of thinking about it. Maybe a reminder for you business owners out there who say, yeah, I've got my UVPs already, I've got my USPs. What are you talking about, Josh? It's always good to review this. I like to review our UVPs at Big Red Jelly on a yearly basis. So first things first, what are UVPs, unique value propositions or unique selling propositions? I've got a definition here actually shared by Inc.com, which I actually really like. And it says, a unique value proposition or unique selling proposition is a concise, straight-to-the-point statement about the benefits you offer customers. In other words, it's an explanation of what makes you different. A UVP or a USP is not, however, a slogan, catchphrase, or positioning statement. Instead, it describes your value to whom you provide that value and what makes you different from your competition. Okay, so let me reread that. Instead, it describes your value to whom you provide that value and what makes you different from your competition. Take Slack, for example, which is committed to making people's working lives simpler, more pleasant, and more productive. There they are in Slack. In that phrase are the three UVPs for Slack. They want to make people's working lives simpler, more pleasant, and more productive. Okay, so some general rules of thumb for UVPs or USPs. Should everyone have them? Should businesses have them? I think so. Yes, right? How many should you have? I don't think there's a right or wrong answer here, although I have the opinion that I think you should aim for less than 5. Optimally 3. I do think that there's kind of a sweet spot in terms of 3 humans. There's a lot of data that shows that we remember things in groups of 3 a lot easier than anything else. It's balanced in a way that is nice and more memorable. Again, the kind of the power of the number of 3 I think is very attractive. But I have seen many effective brands with 5 UVPs, 2 UVPs, etc. I will say this though, when it comes to finding your UVPs, there are those 2 kind of criteria. It has to describe the value that you provide to your target audience. That's key. The value you provide to your target audience. But it also needs to differentiate you from your competitors. And this is where a lot of brands, especially small businesses, I see going wrong here. They've clearly read UVPs or USPs somewhere, and we kind of just get into this tunnel vision where we're saying the same things like customer service, client first, transparency, honesty, trust, right? It's like, that's good. You're mentioning the value that you're providing, sure, but that's not differentiating you. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, people sometimes get a little too far on the other side, meaning they're trying to get, they're worrying about having all 3 of them be totally unique. I don't think that's always necessary either. I think that any one of them can be a UVP somewhere else, but when you put the 3 together, that's a very unique recipe, okay? So you've got eggs, flour, and sugar, okay? But together, they make something very unique that should be very unique to your company. So think about that. One of your UVPs might be more common, but then your third UVP might be very unique. So some quick examples here that I kind of want to show are some clients that we've worked with. So this is Lending Lighthouse. This is a mortgage company, but they are a little bit different in that they want to help people better understand the process. So their UVPs are going to be right here. Make confident choices, find the smartest path to your goals, feel supported and savvy. I do think those feel somewhat more unique than what the classics would be, right? Like get the best rates, best customer service, right? Like we know what those are. All right, let's go into some other ones. Here's another one right here. For Hershey Companies in Las Vegas, here are 3, very clear. Project efficiency, personal responsibility, proper horsepower. Obviously, you can see which one is the more unique one out of the 3, but even these 2, I feel like are pretty unique. This one's unique. This one's a little bit more maybe mainstream, but again, even the words that are picked here, I think are very nice. Here's another one here, Dexabody. Okay, so we can scroll on the website. Of course, I'm using their website as an example. Okay, empowering, motivating, actionable. Okay, so they can be single words with some descriptions underneath. They don't have to be just single words. They don't have to just be phrases. But again, you see the power of 3 here. Okay, let's look at one more. This is another mortgage company. Okay, so coming down to the Simpson team. Okay, borrow safely, borrow smartly, borrow quickly. I like that. There's a little bit of kind of poetry there. One more, the $1 Million Plumber. This is a plumbing consultant, really cool guy. And so his UVPs, right? If we scroll down here, again, they're not always like first thing that you see, right out of the gate. And so sometimes you have to explore. What are the UVPs? What exactly are the unique value propositions of this particular company or brand? This one, for example, if we scroll down just a little bit, would be right here. This is a little bit more on the higher end of terms of how many UVPs are being offered here. So we went with, there's actually 6 here, which is actually, definitely a lot more. But you will know, right? And I do suggest that you lean more toward less UVPs, and no, not any one of them is groundbreaking, but together the combination can and should be groundbreaking. Okay, so actually right now at Big Red Jelly, we are reviewing our UVPs and asking ourselves, okay, who do we serve? What's the value that we are giving to our target audience? But more importantly, what are the 3 things that really do make us unique, right? So another question to ask yourself, let's say you're a restaurant owner. I say, okay, you're a restaurant owner, great, you make beef brisket, okay, but why your beef brisket? I can think of a million other places. Why yours, right? Well, it's the sauce. It's the exact time. We cook ours longer than the competition. It's the way that we serve it with, we have this special combo of beef brisket plus fries in the sandwich. It could be something crazy like that, right? But what's unique to you? Because that's what people are looking for when they're comparing you to the competition, or they're just doing general shopping. Why you over the other guys? So I challenge you to get unique, get creative, get specific, and feel free to take risks, right? Take risks. You will stand out. You will stand out in your UVPs or USPs. If nothing else, this is a great exercise for you to have as a leadership team or marketing team. Say, yeah, what are our USPs, right? Quiz your team, your employees, see what they say. And if they start coming at you with just the standard boring stuff, I might suggest it's time to rethink it, get something much more captivating into your messaging, onto your website, into your marketing material, etc. So hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully it was interesting, and tune in next week. Thank you.